What's going on YouTube? Stipe here today, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why you're better off buying a classic car over a new one. Now, my opinion on this is simply because I've owned quite a few classic cars. I've also had new ones, and most of my experience has been with more modern V8 vehicles and classic V8 vehicles. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why I would go with the classic over the new ones. But before we do get into the video, please make sure you do subscribe. Do you like the video? Like the video. Thanks. So my first reasoning is because it's less money, and when I say less money, not all classic cars are cheaper than a new vehicle. Some classics are very valuable and desirable, which raises their price to crazy prices. Now, something like this is probably in the mid-range as far as classic cars go. This is a 68 Dodge Monaco. It can be mid to low average, I'd say, as far as classic vehicles go. You can get classic cars like, let's say, a Chrysler Newport or a New Yorker or something like that that would be similar to this, but would actually be the lesser value of it. And when I say lesser value, I mean these are vehicles that you can get that are in decent running condition for 6 to 8 grand. And you know, you don't even have to go with something that old. I mean, you can go with something from the 80s, the 90s even, and benefit a whole lot from it. If you're somebody who's in the market for like a pickup truck, financing, you know, a new pickup truck comparably, that's $80,000, which the same version of that truck 20 years ago is probably now, I don't know, 6 to 7 grand for a decent one. So stuff like that is why I say it's a lot less money and it's more affordable. Are you getting all of the luxury features and all that you're getting in these new ones? No, but I mean, the way I always look at it is the more features there are, the more things there are to break. So in my opinion, this is a +1 as well for driving a more older vehicle or a classic vehicle, simply because of this reasoning. So reason number 2 why I would go with a classic vehicle is simply because it's a more classy vehicle. And when I say that, I mean, look at the interior, look at the body lines to the car. I prefer this a whole lot over a new car. I find new cars are a little bit boring with the interiors, and it gets kind of tiring because everyone's just trying to copy each other. They are getting better now, but simply that's the main reason why I would put this at number 2. And when I say class, I mean, when you see, one of the things that make me happy when I'm driving this vehicle or when I'm driving any of my classic vehicles is simply when you see an older person look at you and they smile. It's a great feeling. I love that. I know my friends who drive older vehicles, they love that, and it's because those people are reminiscing on the past and thinking about good times and memories that they had in these kinds of vehicles, and it's a joy to them to see someone who's younger enjoying that same thing. So that's my reason for number 2. So reason number 3 for me is safety. And when I say safety, I don't actually mean the safetiness within the vehicle. Newer cars are much safer for sure. I'm not going to say that. But when you're driving a vehicle like this, it's actually, you don't feel as, how would I say, as confident in the car and the way of its abilities. Newer cars stop way better and they handle a whole lot better. This is a huge reason why I think it's actually safer. You're more alert, you're more aware, because you have to be more cautious, because you simply can't be out of it and not brake at the last second, because this car has 4-wheel drum brakes. It doesn't even have disc brakes in the front or anything like that. Disc brakes are much more efficient. You don't have things like brake fade happening, which happens with drums once when they get hot after a couple stops. So all these things make me definitely more aware as a driver. It's similar to when they say stick drivers are more aware than auto drivers. That same ideology, I think, applies to driving a classic vehicle versus a new vehicle, and that's why I would put this at number 3 as far as safety, and that's a huge thing for me. So reason number 4 for me is the simple reason of being able to maintain the vehicle. And when I say this, any repairs, anything like that, a lot more simplistic as opposed to when you have to work on a new vehicle. It's a whole lot more complicated. In this engine bay, there's tons of space. There's not a whole lot of wiring going everywhere. I mean, it's basic, you know, positive, negative, stuff like that. You need basic electrical skills to diagnose just about anything. You don't need a computer or anything like that to diagnose. Everything's mechanical. So for example, if, you know, for some reason you're dead on the side of the road, most of the time you can figure out a way to limp your vehicle home. And it's learning, hanging out with friends, having a good time. And that's the best part about owning a classic vehicle. It's the people you meet along the way. It's the things you learn along the way, the YouTube videos you watch, and you enjoy that. And it makes a lot more memories with the car, and you get kind of emotionally attached to it a lot more, as opposed to a new vehicle. You probably won't have to do any of that because it's probably going to be fairly reliable, I would hope, being a new car. So in that case, you probably aren't going to have all those memories of working on them with your friends and all that. And that's why this is a huge benefit with me and, you know, the people around me as far as buying an older vehicle. And number 5 is just simply the feel of owning a classic car. There's something that's just unexplainable. I don't know if it's just me, but I think a lot of people who have them will understand the starting, the sound, everything is just unique, and it's totally a good vibe always. So that's my video for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and as always, I'll be back with more videos. This was my video on why I would pick a classic car over a newer one. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. If you like the video, and if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you.